Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Whitney. Nice to meet you. I'm happy to have you here. Today we are doing a drugstore tutorial. So when you see me in the next clip, don't be surprised when I'm looking a hot mess. Obviously is the after. I just wanted to do a quick intro because I don't think that I filmed one and I had some camera issues. So I just wanted to hop back on here and say hello. Hi, I've missed you. If you're new, nice to meet you. I'm Whitney. I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you in the next clip. Hi. Hi guys. I don't even know where to start. I feel super uncomfortable. I have large amounts of anxiety. I haven't sat down to film an actual tutorial and I can't tell you how long. I want to get back to the makeup because that's what my channel is about. I want to get back to what makes me happy and the reason why I started this channel to begin with. I know that I have done a lot of vlogging lately and that's been fun, but like I said, I want to get back to the makeup. The makeup is what makes me happy, and I've been in a funk lately. I've been going through a lot of personal things. I recently have just kind of fallen back in love with the makeup, and I know you've heard me say that a couple different times throughout my channel over the years, but you have to love what you do, and if you stop vibing with it and you stop loving it, then you kind of have to step away from it for a while because you don't ever want to burn yourself out to the point where it's not fun anymore. So that's where I was at, and that's kind of why I was doing the vlogging thing. But I'm back, and I thought that today we could do a little chit chat update, but I want to do a drugstore makeup look. I have so much makeup that I've never used. I like how I planned this all out, and I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna look cute. I'm gonna do all of this for my new video. I went to bed with my hair wet, so it's super curly, and I threw it back in a ponytail, and I love that for myself. I wanted to chit chat with you guys. I wanted to see how you all were doing during this pandemic, this never-ending pandemic. I really kind of felt like, and I think a lot of you can probably kind of agree, that we all thought 2020 was gonna be the year. We were gonna, you know, waltz into 2020, and we all had goals. We were all gonna be making moves, and it was just supposed to be our year. Chris and I, we spent a beautiful New Year's in New York City. It was amazing. Ugh, I left my heart in NYC. But, you know, we came back the first week of January, and then...
Now to Australia, where they're facing those massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history, with more than 12 million acres scorched.
Fast forward a little while, and then...
This is CNN Breaking News.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Don Lemon. Right now, so much of the world is just in shock and disbelief, trying to process what has happened today and make some sense of this gigantic loss. Here's what we know right now, and even though it has been several hours, it is still stunning to say the words that Kobe Bryant, the legendary NBA star, is dead tonight. His adorable 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, known as Gigi, also dead tonight.
And then fast forward a couple more weeks, and
we begin tonight with that grim new milestone as the nation tries to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Total U.S. cases have now topped 5 million since this pandemic began a grueling 8 months ago, in which nearly 163,000 Americans have died and our way of life has been altered.
When coronavirus first hit back beginning of March, you know, the man was saying, you know, it's a hoax, fake news, worry. So everybody was kind of, well, is it not? Just kind of one of those things where, well, shit, the country's under attack, right? The entire world's under attack by this unknown virus. But yeah, enough about COVID. Back to the makeup. I already did my sunscreen. Now I'm gonna go in with another non-drugstore product. But you guys, I didn't want to go spend money on things that I don't really need. So don't come for me. Again, my channel, my rules. The Benefit, the Pore Professional Matte Rescue Primer. And I really like this because it's mattifying, it's pore blurring, and it has that invisible finish. And I'm just gonna put it right here where I tend to get a little shiny. You know that I've talked a lot about my melasma on my channel and what a fight it is, how upset it makes me, but you also know that my go-to cosmetic place is California Cosmetics. That's where I go for my hydrofacials, Botox. If my dad is watching, that is where I went for this pout. Please don't hate me, Dad. I love it. I think they do great work. I researched them for about a year before I ever did anything with them. So make sure that you guys are really researching where you're going and you're reading reviews. Anyways, I digress. Back to what I was saying. My melasma. Well, I happened to see that they have developed this new procedure where it goes in and it actually brings the dark spots out of your skin and brings them to the surface so they can be burned off. And I think that they said they recommend like 4 to 5 sessions, and it's like $450 each session, but I think they throw in like a hydrofacial and things like that. So I'm really interested in that, and I really want to check it out because anybody with melasma knows that it's damn near impossible to get rid of, and you know, it takes away from your self-confidence, and I feel like every woman should be confident and feel good and okay in their own skin, and you got to do what's best for you. You got to do what makes you happy. You know, you are a limited edition. You are quantity of one, baby. Okay, so we are camera 2, Whitney 0 today. My camera died, so I had to move on and use my other camera. So I don't know what's going on. This was poorly planned, you guys. So poorly planned. But, you know, I thought about it all day yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Went ahead and did before my camera died was I went in with the L'Oreal True Match and added this to the foundation that I had already applied, which was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And obviously the jury's still gonna be out on this because I just put it on my face and I wanna see how it wears and all that jazz. But just after applying that little bit to my face, I started looking a little cakey, and I'm just not about that life. And also I'm noticing that it's sort of breaking up here on my forehead. I don't know if you can see that, around my melasma, and I don't know why that's happening. I don't really like that. Next, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Correcting Concealer, and this is in 330 Ivory. That's a pretty big applicator, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna put it, okay. It smells interesting. Doesn't smell like makeup. It has a little bit, I don't know if I like that. Kind of has like a plasticky smell to it, but you know me, I'm all about the smells and all that. So we're gonna just go ahead and put this under our eyes, bring it up a little bit, down here. Put some under the nose because as women, hormonally, we tend to get red under our nose. A little down here on my chin, and then of course up here. Yeah. And then maybe here. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty sponge. I'm just gonna blend this in. Okay, now that that's all blended in, I'm just gonna go in with my makeup brush and just kind of like blend it all together. Are there any new shows out? Oh my gosh. So do you guys remember a couple years ago on my channel, I was obsessed with that show Animal Kingdom with Ellen Barkin? It's on Prime now, and I've been obsessed. Chris and I watched Motherless Brooklyn. Motherless Brooklyn has Bruce Willis, which is a goodie, right? Because he hasn't done anything in a really long time. I got into Shark Week for a little bit, but you know what? Like, sharks are assholes. They eat you, you know? But yeah, I feel the same way about dinosaurs. Whenever I watch Jurassic Park, I'm like, F the T-Rex, okay? Who needs dinosaurs? Chris always tells me that the ocean belongs to the shark. That's their domain. We don't belong there. So if we'd stop going places that, you know, we're not invited to and we don't belong, you know, shark attacks would stop happening. I think that concealer, L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, is bomb.com. It's super thick. It kind of gives me that Shape Tape vibe, but I also feel like it has a little bit of the same consistency as the Pat McGrath concealers. And then I think the foundation actually seemed to calm down a little bit. It's resting pretty nicely on my skin, but I also think it has to do with the L'Oreal True Match, because this is my holy grail, you guys. I've been wearing this since my cheer days. Next, we are gonna go in with some setting powder, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. And we're just gonna go right under the eyes. Anyways, really just been jamming out to Bailey Sarian. I love her. I love her Monday makeup murder mystery thing that she does. I really enjoy her. Plus, she's super down to earth and she has a pit bull too. My hair is just, it's getting so long and it's just gotten so healthy over the last couple months because I haven't really done anything to it. I'm gonna go ahead and dust setting powder off. That had a nice little like blurring effect. Can I be honest, you guys? I am really starting to feel old. I'm starting to get like these like under eye wrinkles like right here. Can you see that? I know you can because I can. And they just make me feel super self-conscious. And I complain about them all the time. And I did pick this up a couple months ago and I forgot that I had it. And it is the Pixie by Petra eyeshadow palette. What I want to do is I'm going to take this black eyeliner and I'm going to do a little bit of liner, and it's not going to be neat. It's not going to be like a perfect line. I just kind of want to like get this all over my lid, because what I've learned doing this kind of helps bring the eyeshadows out, because we're going to do a smoky eye, so it's going to help it look deeper. We live in a fairly new development. Our neighbors are garbage. I hate them. They're the worst. We have an HOA. We have rules. Do you think they follow rules?
How about no?
And they're weird to boot. And they're rude, okay? That's like, you can be weird. That's fine. Everybody, you know, has quirks, whatever. But just, so they have a cat. I hate cats. I mean, I don't wish ill upon cats, but I'm definitely allergic to them. They're just not my preferred pet. I'm going in with the Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush, and I'm just gonna blend this in. Their cat is equally, if not more rude than them. This cat, the thing is flipping huge. It does its business in our front yard, which irks me. But what really frustrates me and makes me the most mad is that the cat constantly is climbing on our vehicles. The cat is on my hood, it's on my roof, it's on Chris's car, paw prints everywhere, all over. And then there's scratches. People are rude and they don't really care about anybody but themselves. There was a reason for this. So the other day I was in the backyard and I happened to be watering. The cat was there. So the cat's like, meow. So I bend down, hey, kitty, kitty. And I went to like pet it and it hissed at me and nay, nay. You know what I did, right? I sicked a bull on it. Sick the big dog. Don't come to my house and be rude. Someone just called and ruined everything. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with this Dose of Colors brush. This must have come in one of my sets. And it doesn't look like this palette has names on it, unless it's on the box, which just says 4 pressed glitter eye shades. No names. So I'm just gonna go in with this one right down here. So what I'm gonna do, start packing that on top of that black. I probably should have left the under eye powder just because there is a large amount of fallout happening here. It's just makeup. It washes off. It's not permanent. It's always fun to just play. So there it is. Let's move on to, I mean, it looks nice, but there's just a lot of fallout. It might work better if I use something like a Fix Plus on my brush, which is probably what I should have done. But what I don't like is the fallout. I feel like eyeshadows like this, you're gonna be finding glitter for days. I think I wanna go in on the other side and layer that with this color right here. What do you guys think of me sitting on the floor? So you guys know I moved, live with my boyfriend, have for a year now. Over a year. Year? We're gonna be together 2 years. So yeah, maybe about a year. I don't know. Time flies, right? When you're living in quarantine. I kind of like that. I think that looks really pretty. But yeah, I don't really have a filming spot per se. So I set up camp where I feel like it. And today I had all my stuff laying out because I didn't clean it up from when I did my makeup the other day. And I thought, why the hell not? So I went ahead and just brought the ring light in. Yeah, here we are, living our best life, doing the damn thing. Next thing, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It palette. And I'm using, this is the Jeffree Star Morphe X brush. I'm just going to put this up here, close to my brow, and just kind of blend that out. Wow, look at all that fallout. So, I think I told you guys that I'm working on my master's. It's been a struggle. It's not been fun, okay? Everything's online now, which is fine. I appreciate that because I like not having to drive 2 hours to campus and then 2 hours home. Yeah, so that's been nice, but it's so hard, you guys, especially when you're working on these heavy lift classes, to be doing everything online. There's something to be said about in person. I'm gonna go in with this NYX Epic Wear liner stick, and this is in gold plated. So I have a funny story. I think it's funny. So 4 years ago now, I went to Nick Lachey's birthday party. It was a red, white, and blue thing. And we had to have, well, we didn't have to. My cousin and I made tutus. Fluffy, big, glittery, bougie, great tutus. If I find a picture, I'll insert it here. I had stayed at my best friend's apartment the day before. Anyways, my best friend Michelle and her, at the time, boyfriend, now fiance, because I got in trouble in my last vlog when I called him her boyfriend, Nene, fiance. He was so pissed. He said that they found glitter for like weeks, months, if not like a year later. And even to like this day, he's like, F you and that tutu. Good times. Good times. Anyways, that's what this glitter reminds me of. Back in with that NYX liner stick. And I'm just going to do my waterline. This is really pretty. Do you like it? Do you like it? I really like this. This is really creamy and it's going on super nice. I've never tried the NYX liners before, but so far so good. So I'm gonna go in with this NYX Doll Eye Mascara in Extreme Jet Black. And it's so crazy to me, you guys, what simple things mascara can do for you. I'd also like to point out that I don't particularly care for this mascara. None of it's like coming out. I think it's one of those products where like get all up in there. I don't like that. And then, okay, so this is probably just, you know, personal preference, but do you see that how like at the very tip there's like a big glob of product? I don't like that because, you know, people like me, they're going in and they're doing their mascara and they get over here into the corner and then right there. Then you have a big black spot. And when you're in a hurry, you don't have time for that. I want to bronze my face, put some color back in here. So, how many of you have a Peloton? I'm going in with the Maybelline City Bronzer. That thing is my life. I just hit my 50th ride. I'm actually on ride 55 now because I've ridden since then. That was such a feeling of accomplishment. 30-minute, 45-minute ride that that's your time. I love that you can pick your instructors. There are two that I just vibe with, and they're basically the only two that I ride with. What's next? What do we do? Do I have a highlight? Oh, I do. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, the JH30, and I'm gonna use this as my highlighting brush today because I don't know where anything else is. Ooh, okay. I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. Don't worry, it's not the Rona. My dad, hey dad. My dad and my stepmom, they're kind of remodeling the house. They're doing their own thing. Retirement life. He's been like, hey, you know, want anything from your closet? Need any more of your makeup? And I'm like, no, it's fine. That's like my comfort. It's also been a topic of conversation between Chris and I because he's, babe, like, why do you have all your stuff at your dad's still? That's just like my comfort place. My bed is there, you know, all my Tom Hanks pictures and stuff. You guys know I used to film in there all the time. And it's just like a safe place for me, I think. You know, I can go back there to, you know, when I go to visit or whatnot, and it just kind of feels a little bit like cooler time. You know, I was laying in bed the other day and I was just having a shit day. And I was like, man, I wish I was at my dad's. When he first started pushing it, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna ignore it. But now he's like, I'm gonna get one of those pods and I'm gonna load up all your stuff. And when you get home from work, it's gonna be in your driveway. But yeah, I guess that's growing up, huh? You gotta get all your shit out of your parents' house, fully commit. So I've been stalling because it makes me sad. I get it, but I don't have to like it. Highlights done. What do you think? Shine bright like a diamond. Oh, that looks okay. I don't think that looks too shabby. We have lips and then we're done. I was thinking that I would go ask Chris if we could go by the pool today. Not looking too sunny out there. It's not looking promising, folks. Anyways, we're going in with the NYX liner in Need Me. So I should have just called this a Wet n Wild tutorial, huh? I'm gonna go in with the Milani Romantic Rose. I'm going in with this brush right here on the apples of my cheeks. Do you like it? Do you like it? This video will probably end up being about 20 minutes, but just know that I've been filming for almost 3 hours. So that's the power of editing. Hope that you guys are doing well. You're staying safe, you're staying sane, you're taking care of you. I think that's it. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and I'm gonna do my best to get my ass in gear and, you know, start filming regularly. So yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye. What was that awkward thing I just did?